Good morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. And today's video is going to be a whip and chat, and we're also going to answer some tag questions that it's kind of funny. My daughter likes to pick these out. Don't ask me why, but she thought it would be cool for me to talk about the movies that I like to watch. So I went and I searched, and actually she did, and we found these tag questions, and some of them I was looking over earlier, and some of them I don't know if I'm going to answer because there's a lot of them that I don't there's a lot of them that I don't feel that I need to answer, so we won't answer those. But first, I'm gonna bring you guys up to date and up to speed on uh, life in general. So yeah, and I'm working on my supernatural painting. I know some of you don't like me, or some of you think, really, why? I've always liked Supernatural. My oldest daughter and I used to sit and watch the first couple of seasons together, and then from there it just kind of evolved, and I kind of became addicted. Let's put it that way. And I like um, the show. Period. I'm just sad that it's going to end. So, but I will be hopefully watching the two new shows that both Jensen and Jared are going to be working on when when they come out. I don't know when those will come out, but yeah, those will be two of the shows that I start watching. So, but yes, I'm addicted. I especially like those of you that have seen this painting, and those of you that are new that haven't seen it. This is the painting that I'm doing. If you guys can see, you've got that the characters are Dean, Sam, John, and Mary. These are their parents, and these are the two brothers that play in the movie or play in the show. So yes, I'm doing that. I am a huge uh, Dean Winchester fan, whatever. So yeah, those are my favorite. So this is this painting of them, and it's a custom from Evermoment that it was a gift from Kaya Rose, one of my subscribers. So we're just going to chat, and I'm going to work on this and answer these tag questions. So everything's good here. I have not been very motivated this week. I think my crafting bug has just gone, I don't know. It's like, I don't even know how to describe that, because it's basically non-existent, and I don't understand why. Um, Not just diamond painting, but cross stitch. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if it's just, that I'm getting bored of working on the project I'm stitching on. I don't know. It's probably time to pull out another one or whatever. Somebody told me, why don't you just start a new one? I have one that I want to start that I don't think is going to take me very long. So I may, start that one. I haven't decided yet. So maybe that'll bring my stitching bug back, I'm hoping. So, um, that, and we've been, we finally got Sky's new, Sky's beginning of the year letter for school, and he's kind of up in the air about the whole thing because he knows he's going to have to do the virtual learning. He's not thrilled with that because it's going to be different than what it was at the end of last year, because this is going to be basically every day. They're going to be in, classroom kind of setting, sort of, I guess. I'm assuming. I'm waiting until next week when they do the open house virtually to find out exactly what's going on. They sent uh, a mock schedule of what, the schedule for the, the day and so forth. And I showed it to little dude, and he just kind of looked at me like, really? So it's kind of, he's ready, he's excited, but then again, it's like, he doesn't want to sit all day in front of a computer, which I can't say I blame him, but the only way, and I tried to explain to him last night after, we got the letter and I showed him, we looked it over, we know who his teacher is, and I told him, I said, it's not wait a minute, I need to do that color first before I forget it, because I just did that color. I said, it's not, I don't think it's going to be as bad as he's making it sound, or, that he's trying to make it out. So I told him, I said, once we kind of get an idea of what's going on, I said, I'm pretty sure, that it won't be as bad as you're making it out to be. I mean, I looked at the schedule, and, it's, there's a lot. I mean, it's like they have, I mean, and it's going to cover the whole day. So he's kind of, you know, like, really, I don't want to do this. When am I going to have time to, And I told him, I said, well, you got to realize, son, this isn't like last year. This is different than last year. This is a little more. Last year, you just, they gave you the assignments at the beginning of the week, like on Monday, and then you had to, finish them up. You had to do the assignments on, during the week, and then turn around and do the assignments during the week, and then turn around and turn them in at the end of the week by, Saturday at the most. And I said, that was a little more, relaxed. This isn't. This is going to be every day with one of your teachers. And he just kind of looked at me like, Mom. So I said, we'll get through it. I said, Mommy will be out here with you. And he's like, but you record during the day. He's right. I do. I record during the day. So I'm going to, and I've already told him, I'm going to have to figure, out a schedule to record and so forth. Um, so that, he can, so that I'm not taking away from him, and we're going to have to figure it out because it's kind of one of those things. So it's going to be a new experience. I mean, last year, like I said, it was a little more relaxed, and I could get away with just like scheduling out when he was going to do schoolwork, because there really wasn't any kind of classroom, schedule, sort of. It was just when every day for like an hour and a half, we did schoolwork. So this is going to be a little different. So we'll see. He's kind of, I'm not looking forward to it, but then again, he is because he wants to go back to school. So, and he found out who his teacher is. He's excited about that. It's, I think it's just the fact that, he can't actually go to school. I mean, yeah, he's going to be going to school, but he's not actually going into the building. So and I told him, I said, you just got to realize this is a new experience for everybody. And we just have to, this is the new normal. We have to get used to this. And I mean, he understands, he gets that part. It's just, it's hard for him to, I guess something else he's going to have to get used to. I mean, he likes getting on the computer. Don't get me wrong. He loves getting on the computer, but he's just not thrilled about, sitting in front of, you know, my laptop all day long. He's not looking forward to that. But, it's like I told him, I can't very well change how they do it. This, we got to do this until at least uh, the way they have it tentatively set that they go back to school after January the 29th. Now, I don't know. I haven't really looked at the calendar to tell you, what when that will, when exactly, because they haven't really given us a kind of a thing about that. So it's going to be, I'm just going to go with the flow on that one because I don't really know, to be truthful. But I told him, I said, we'll get through it. And he's not thrilled. Believe me, he is not thrilled at all whatsoever. But I told him, I said, you'll be all right. So, that being said, so he's kind of ready. I just have to get, folder, notebook, whatever. They didn't give a, um, they didn't do a class, like, supply list, but knowing him or knowing what I've seen from the schedule, I'm going to have to get him some folders or, notebooks or something for him to do his reading and his science and social studies and math and all that kind of stuff in, because knowing him, he's going to be really, really unorganized and so forth. So I'm just going to have to get him situated. And of course, now uh, his father has called me and he's like, wanting to know what he can help with after I haven't heard from him from almost a month and a half. So it's kind of like I, I'm to I'm just to this point now. It doesn't. That's one reason why I kind of shut myself off this weekend, because I'm so irritated with him. It's not funny. My thing is, what if there was an emergency with little dude and he gets upset with me anytime I tell him that, little dude is sick, or I'm sick and little dude gets sick, he gets mad at me. And I get mad at him because, number one, he's not going to sit there and get all hyper with me because, oh yeah, you know, I'm sick, Skylar's sick, I gave it to Skylar because, oh, it's very, very annoying. And I don't get stressed out. I try not to get stressed out about it, but there are times that, it just happens. And um, like, um, this past, the other day, he calls me and he's like, how are you? And I'm like, where have you been? And he gets upset with me because I got really, really ticked because he, we haven't heard from him in a month and a half. And he kind of got mad because I jumped his bump. I confronted him about where he's been for the past, month and a half and not bothered to return any phone calls. And again, he, you know, he didn't give me any kind of anything, which, I don't, excuse me, I don't expect him to tell me his business. Okay. I really don't. Um, it's not my business. And it's like, I told him when he called here, I said, look, I said, I don't care if you've got problems. I mean, that's, your business. And I said, but you have a 10-year-old child who, has been asking me for the past month and a half when you are going to come and bring him this money so he can buy such and such. And I said, you have not returned a phone call. He's called you a couple of times. And again, nothing. And I said, I realize, you probably got things going on. I said, but you do have a 10-year-old son who, you know, is kind of wanting to, I don't know how to describe what I want to say. And I said, and you just don't answer any phone calls or answer anybody for a month and a half. What is he supposed to do? Well, he kind of got upset with me. And I told him, he kind of got pissy with me. And I told him, I said, don't get pissy with me. I said, I'm the one that's taking care of this child, that's doing what needs to be done for this child. And you just, it's like you, it's like you care when you want to care, if that makes any sense. And so he was like, well, what does he need for school? And I said, he's not going to school. What do you mean he's not going to school? I mean, he got mad with me, trying to call, and I told him, I said, look, I said, he's doing virtual learning. He's going to be sitting at a computer all day long here in my living room. Okay. Well, what does he need for school? I don't know because I haven't gotten the list yet. Well, why haven't you got the list yet? Oh, really? Seriously. You're going to just get all snappy with me because I haven't gotten the list yet. I didn't get the list till yesterday. So, again, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to like bash his dad because, his dad is, I don't know. I just don't know how to. So in return, I was frustrated the whole time, and I just didn't want to deal with it. And when I get like that, I get very, very, um, when I get frustrated, I want to be left alone. So, um, me and the kids just, sat here and we, uh, we all did our thing this weekend. I just, that's that's the big reason why I did not have a live Sunday, just because I was in a really, really evil mood and I just didn't want to, spread it to all my subscribers. Um, so I think his dad's getting ready to be in for a rude awakening because I'm just not, I'm not going to deal with the dumbness of the whole situation. It's just not happening. I mean, I've asked him to help before, and He hasn't, and I'm just not going to do it. And of course, then he turns around and he tells me, "Oh, I need to talk to you, but I need to talk to you in person." And then he turns around and asks me if I'm dating anybody. I'm sorry. I'm even if I wasn't, I'm not. I'm not going back into that. Not that he's a bad person, because believe me, he's not. But I'm just not. I'm just not going to, get into that relationship again with him. It's I just can't. So that's basically what that is. Sorry, I did not mean to go off on a little tangent about yeah. hmm Y'all don't need to know about that, do you? So my little drama, but so yeah, I'm gonna call him this week because he wants to know, and I'm gonna take advantage of that situation and let him, take care of getting helping little dude stuff. Now I'm not saying that's gonna actually happen because he's offered before and never happened. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna hold my breath. I will take care of it myself. But anyhow, so that was one of the main reasons why I kind of didn't all last week. I am also in the process of coming up with ideas for uh, videos and besides, because nobody really watches the story video with Anna Green Gables. I was just going to stop that, or not Anna Green Gables, with Little Women. I stopped that for that purpose because I wasn't getting a whole lot of views on that, on those videos, and I was getting a lot of thumbs down on that. So I'm going to stop that, but I had mentioned this before. I'm going to try to do my Stitch with Me's again, but it's going to require me to do some maneuvering around out here in a living room to where I don't have to really, really go very far with my tripod. Um, so once I get that set up, because I've been, you know, planning to do Stitch with Me's, and it's just been kind of like trying to figure everything out. So that's going to be that. And I feel bad because I don't do floss tube videos all the time like I used to. And it's only because I only do like one project every, like, it just depends. Like right now, I'm, working on or getting ready to work on um, a new rotation. So it's kind of, one of those things that, and I'm trying to decide if I want to continue doing floss tube every week or do it every other week or how I'm going to, I don't know. I haven't really sat down and thought about it because it's it's one of those things where I don't know, because I feel like every week when I do a floss tube, I don't have a whole lot to share, and it's kind of, and it's always the same thing because all I do is stitch on uh, heaven and earth, and I just feel kind of like yeah, you guys don't need to see me stitching on heaven and earth all the time, but I haven't really gotten that far yet to figure that out. So, watch for that. I'll let y'all, I'll keep you posted about that because I'm still trying to, figure out all that kind of, all that stuff. But, anyway, to the tag questions. My daughter thought it would be kind of cool for me to share what, movies I like to watch and so forth. And she found tag questions, but they're not, it's really not about, um, it's really not, I don't, it's not telling you what, what my favorite movies are. Um, but I'm going to, answer, I'm not going to answer all of them. I will, answer, I'll go through them and go through that and figure out which questions I'm going to ask. So the first one is how often do you watch a movie? It's, it varies. Um, I do both. I watch a movie and I binge watch TV shows. Um, the last really big movie that I watched, and this is tied into another question. I watched the very last newest Rambo movie. I watched all the Rambo movies when they came out a long time ago. It's been so long since those came out. But and when I found out that this one was on Amazon Prime, I I literally um, decided to watch it. I stopped what I was watching on Amazon Prime at the time, which was In the Heat of the Night with what's his face, the guy that played on the guy that played Archie Bunker on Archie Bunker. So I was watching that, and then I you know um, started watching that. Then I found another movie. It's but before I tell you the other movie, now Rambo, the last movie is called Rambo: The Last Blood, and basically what that one is about is the if you guys, those of you that have watched Rambo or know what I'm talking about, the last Rambo that he was in, it shows him walking down a long driveway. Well, it's to his ranch that he has in, I think it's Texas. And so, anyway, you know, he lives on this ranch and he has a housekeeper, and forget, I think it's like her daughter or something. I can't remember. But she's, missing, but she's in uh, Mexico. So he goes to Mexico to find her. And in the meantime, I mean, it's I don't want to say it's gross, gory, but it's gross. There are some scenes in this movie that I had to turn my head because it was just that was how gross it was. And now, mind you, just because of that doesn't mean I didn't like, but didn't not like the movie, because I thought the movie was really, really awesome. But and um so he, basically goes down there, and anyway, long story short, he has to go up against a drug cartel. And long story short, they end up, showing up at his ranch, and he um he does what he needs to do. He wouldn't be Rambo if he did. But that was that movie. Then of course, I don't know how many of you have ever seen this movie, Death Wish, with Charles Bronson. Well, Bruce Willis redid the movie, It's a reboot of that movie. And now I can't remember what Charles Bronson's character was in the movie that he played in, but in the new version, um, Bruce Willis plays a doctor, and he's married, and he has a daughter. Well, they his daughter is killed. Or no, no, excuse me. His wife is killed. His daughter is not. His daughter is very, very traumatized by what happened. And anyway, she's in a coma. She ends up in a coma. And I don't remember how long she's in the coma for. But during all of this, he um, decides to take it upon himself and go after the people that did this, that broke into his home and assaulted his wife and killed his wife and, assaulted his daughter, blah, blah, blah. Um, and it's just a modern day version of Charles Bronson. Those are the only two movies that I've really watched lately. Um, of course, besides the fact that, I do like to watch Avengers. Of course, that's just with the kids, but I like the Avengers movies anyway. And so that's, I haven't found any new movies. And of course, I don't think there is going to be any new movies lately, just because, with the Corona thing, I don't think any new movies are coming out anytime soon. Um, I just haven't really seen any good movies. I had looked on Hulu and I looked on Netflix. There really isn't any good movies to watch that I saw, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Now, that's just me. So let's see. What is my most favorite movie of all time? I really, really love Gone with the Wind. That is my most favorite movie. Um, and all the Gone with the Wind, Scarlet, and I forget what the other one is. And I like those movies a lot. I I have always loved Gone with the Wind. Yes, it's a long movie, but I really like that movie. That's one of my favorites. Um, what movies have I watched a million times? Uh, Underworld, the Underworld movies. Now, the newer one that came out, I haven't watched it. I don't have it on DVD. I can't find it, and I forget what it's called. But I've seen the movie. I think I can't remember. I think I saw it on YouTube or something. I can't remember. I watched it, and I don't remember where I saw it. But I like those movies. I'm not a bit, I mean, my daughter and I, we like, the vampire thing, vampire werewolf kind of thing. No, I don't like Twilight. Don't get me wrong. I can't stand Twilight. I cannot stand the Twilight series. No offense to anybody that does. I just it just I don't know. To me, it's just not. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Um, but that's one movie that I really really liked was not Bounty Hunter was the Underworld. Now I haven't been to the movie theater in like forever, so if there's new movies that people have watched. It's been a while now. When Endgame came out, I did not get to go see it. Now, Justin did. Justin got to see it, and he kind of, told me I was going to be thoroughly upset when I, did see the movie. And he was right. I was. I was thoroughly upset. I cried like a baby at the very end. But I had to wait until it came on Disney Plus to see it because I haven't. I thought it was going to be on Netflix. Apparently, it was, and then they had to. They took it off for I forget why. Um, so I did not get to watch it on Netflix. Um, but that is a movie that that's one of my favorite movies. I like the Avengers and stuff like that. No, not just because of my kids or because of my because of the boys, but I liked that movie. I don't know why. I just did. Um, Now foreign films, I can't really. I don't know what they mean when they ask about foreign films because I like watching British movies, stuff like that. But if it's in a different language, I can't watch it. I don't particularly. Now my daughter, she loves watching those kind of movies. She likes watching the I guess the Chinese, Japanese movies and TV shows. How she knows what they're talking about, I don't know. I can't watch them because I would get confused and I have no clue what is going on. I know she's told me, but mom, you just have to pay attention. I'm sorry. There's just no flipping way that I would know what. Just can't. Sorry. Mm-mm. So that foreign movies are just out. I've tried to watch foreign TV shows. Like there was a TV show that I found on Netflix. It was kind of one of those supernatural things, vampire thing or something. I can't remember. And it was, I didn't know it was in a different language. I had no clue until I went to watch it and I was like, are you serious right now? But I just, they don't give you a way. Now, the closed captioning does not give you a way to translate those. I don't, okay, whatever. Um, but I don't get into foreign movies as much as everybody else. Uh, let's see. I don't have, do I have any soundtracks on my phone? No, I don't. Uh, I used to have, and this was for my oldest daughter, I used to have the Lion King soundtrack, but I don't have that anymore. But I don't have any um, soundtracks on my for movies on my phone or anything like that. So it's that's just because there aren't really a whole lot of soundtracks that I like. Um, that sorry, I need more wax, guys. Sorry. Um, hmm, let's see what else. Hang on, I'm trying to get more wax, and I'll answer a question. Um, let's see. Have I ever watched a movie alone in a movie theater? No. Now, I have uh, watched a movie alone here, but I've never gone to the movie theater by myself. It's just not that I would want to, but no, I've never done that. I, I just don't go to the movie theater that much to do that. So I wouldn't even know what it feels like to watch a movie alone in a movie theater because that would be just kind of, I don't know, lonely, I guess. I don't know. To me, that would be just kind of like, you know, a little lonely. Um, is there any movie that has changed your perspective in life? Not really. Hmm. I think, well, I don't want to say it's changed my perspective. I think like Gone with the Wind and North and South, which I really don't consider them movies, they were kind of a mini series thing. That kind of gave me a new perspective on the Civil War and how people actually lived during the Civil War and stuff like that. And that was basically, it kind of opened my eyes that they didn't really have it because there are a couple of movies that make you think, portray during the Civil War that they were all they weren't really going through a hard time when in essence they really were. But those two movies, Gone with the Wind and the North and South miniseries or whatever you call it, kind of gave me a whole new perspective of how people lived during the Civil War and um, all that. Let's see what else. My favorite comic book movie, I would have to say, is The Avengers. I really like The Avengers. I liked all the Avengers. Captain America, uh, um, Iron Man. I didn't like the Iron Man movies as much as I did Captain America and Avengers. I didn't like Thor as much either, even though, I liked watching Chris Hemsworth in that movie. He played a very good part of Thor, but to me, that if, I don't know. Let's see. Do you watch the movie before you read the book? It really, really all depends. If I have the book, and if I don't have the book, then I'll watch the movie, and then um, I'll, excuse me. Goodness, I'm so sorry. Ah, goodness gracious. It really all depends. If I have the book here before the movie, if I don't, then I'll watch the movie and then I'll read, get the book and read it. But it just it really varies on that, that whole thing. Um, the next question is, I don't watch well, I don't know if this is considered a comedy. I guess it is because it's an action movie too. I like Bad Boys. They're both comedy. All three of the movies are comedies and also action. So I like Bad Boys. Um, I like watching Will Smith play in that movie. I don't really like. I don't have a favorite horror movie, and I've not watched enough westerns to really um, uh, really judge or say what my favorite movie is, because I don't, I really, let's see what's next. Horror movies, I don't, I can't watch a horror movie. Just I mm-mm. Horror movies and I don't get along at all whatsoever. I don't like any kind of horror movies. Now, I have watched Jason and Freddy, and I used to watch the Halloween movies with Michael, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Those were the only ones that I could watch. They weren't really that scary. Um, I did watch the reboot of the Halloween movies, and I just can't. I don't know. Now, I haven't seen the one with the new one with Jamie Lee Curtis in it. Not yet. I haven't um I haven't seen that one yet. I'm still trying to find it, and I don't even know if it's out yet. So that's, one of the movies that I do want to watch and see. Um, I don't have a they just asked me who my favorite movie couple is. There isn't really one, because I don't know. I don't. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know. I'm I'm weird, I guess, because I don't really like, if I like the movie, I watch it. If I don't, I don't. I mean, and if you were only to watch 5 movies for the rest of your life, what would they be? Mm, I would have to say, uh, now this is going to be more than 5, so, I'm sorry. Don't judge. The Avenger movies, especially, for the kids. Um, Underworld movies, and I think there's 5 there. I'm not sure. Um, don't know how many Avenger movies there are. I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to those. I just watch them when they come out. I don't really pay attention to all of that. I probably should, but I have never really, really like paid attention to that. But okay. Um, my least favorite movie now. Like I said, I don't do horror, and if I do, it's like the Halloween movies, and that's basically it. But my least favorite movie, and it's a horror movie, it's called Hellraiser. And I cannot, oh my gosh. The first time I watched that, oh my gosh, I was terrified. Couldn't sleep. I slept, well, if I did, I woke up screaming my butt off, because the dude that plays the main, whatever he is in that movie, it's just freaky. That is one of the horror movies that I could not watch, along with the Puppet Master. That just, those 2 movies, I can't. It just, no, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I used to watch them all the time, but I always paid for it after I did watch them, because I would be totally, freaked out, terrified to go to sleep, and it just, I can't. I couldn't. Those 2 movies I would never ever, will never ever watch ever again. I don't care if you tie me down. I'm gonna close my eyes and I will never watch them again. Just sorry. Nope. Sorry. Can't do it. Um. let's see. What movie did you watch that you expected to be good and wanted it to be good but wasn't? Oh dear God. Hmm. I'm thinking. Um, Jeez, that's a good question. I'm sorry. There's so many that I did that I'm trying to remember. Gosh. Mm, um, um, that's a good question. I can't really think of one. Excuse me a minute, guys. I need to pause for a minute. Sorry about that, guys. People being annoying. Anyway, so, um, gosh, I still can't think of a movie that, oh gosh, that's gonna be a hard one for me to, you know, um, let's see, because I really don't know. Um, mm, shit, there was a movie, and I can't. I'm trying to remember what it's called, and there's been a lot of them that I thought were going to be good movies, and I just didn't like. Like I have no clue. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't really think of one right off the top of my head. Um, Next question is favorite movie character of all time. Oh, good grief! That is a good question. Hmm. I would have to say, uh, the guy, Vin Diesel's character in Fast and the Furious. That was my favorite of all time. Um, Forget what his name is in the movie. Dom, I think, is what his name is. And um, then the characters and Hobbs and Shaw. Those were my favorite too, because I like Jason Statham and The Rock. Those were pretty good movies. Um, Favorite movie villain, I have to say the the character that Idris Elba played in Hobbs and Shaw. That was pretty good. He he played. I have to give him credit. He did really good in that movie as a villain. I was surprised. I was like, I was shocked because I didn't know. that he was going to be the villain. I was kind of, shocked that he played the villain, but he did a pretty good job. I was actually impressed. Not that he doesn't, do a good job in any movie that he plays in, or, but I was impressed. He really, really did a really, 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 really good job in that one. Um, then, any movie sequel that you're still waiting to see? Oh my gosh. Um, that's a good question. Uh, I'm thinking. Let's see. I really don't. I really don't have one. Hmm. Hmm. Um, because I think I've seen all the sequels for. Um, I think I've seen all the movies and the sequels that Um, mm. So I don't think that that would be. I don't know why I just did that. Uh, but no, I don't think I have a sequel that I want to see. I've seen all the Independence Day movies. Now, if there's a new one I didn't know, I do know. I do know that. I think they were saying that, or at least I thought they were saying that Will Smith was supposed to be um, in a new one, but I don't know. Um, I can't remember. I don't remember, guys. So yeah, I don't really, 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 really know of one right off the top of my head that I really, it's been a while. I would like to see. I don't know if I want to consider it a sequel, but I would like to see the spin-offs for the Avengers movies, because I heard they're going to do um, um, movies or TV shows on like Disney Plus for like Hawkeye and stuff like that. And I think they're even going to do the one for um, the Winter Soldier. So I'm kind of, wanting to see those. So we'll see. I haven't really, I don't really know what's going on with that. Uh, anyhow, let's see. Let's go this way. All right. The next one is uh, do I like Star Wars or Star Trek? I really can't. I can't choose. I like both. It's now the Star Trek movies I really really like the most, but truthfully, I think I like the Star Trek movies a little more than I would the Star Wars. Don't know. Don't know why. I think I like those. They're kind of, you know, the only ones I don't like are the one. I mean, the older ones like with William Shatner in it, the very first ones that they ever did, I didn't really like those as much as I did the um the newer, movies that he did. So but now Star Wars, it was okay. I mean, I watched all of the Star Wars movies. I just, to me, um, I don't know. Now, the last one that I watched, the newer one with, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher in it, didn't really, I didn't really like it as much. And that was just because, their son killed their father, and I don't know. Um, but yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't even. It's a kind of a toss up on that. Uh, so let's see. TV series, books, computer games, or movies in order of interest. Oh my gosh, it really doesn't matter. I like. I don't know. Um, 'Cause I really can't like sit here and say that what I would put them in, order first by, because it just kind of, I don't know. I'm I'm not like that to, you know, I I don't know. Um, if I had to, sit here and say that, I would probably say, binge watching TV series first would probably be my big thing, because that's what, you know, I like to do. And then, movies, books, whatever. Computer games, I don't play computer games that much. I do play one, and I haven't gotten on it in a while, and I need to, which is Lord of the Rings. But I haven't really sat down and, you know, tried to get on it, because Miranda's boyfriend tried to get on the other day and it didn't work. So I don't know if there's, something that we're not doing. So I don't know. Um, do I have a favorite movie line? Oh my gosh, that is a good question. Um, no, I don't really, truly. I don't. I don't have a favorite movie line that I could possibly. I don't, truthfully. Um, Lastly, if your life story is to be made into a movie, who would you like to portray you? Who would direct it, and what would be the title? Holy crap, really? I don't know, because I don't think my life story is that uh, exciting to have somebody portray me. But okay, I'll go along with it. Um, oh, good grief. To portray me? Hmm, I don't know. I A first person that comes to my head, and don't laugh, would be, um, in my opinion, Kate Beckinsale. But that's just me. So like I said, don't laugh. I'm just saying. Um, to direct it, see, I don't know directors off the top of my head. I don't sit down and, like, pay attention to who directs a movie and who doesn't. I'm just not like that. I just watch the movie and then that's it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. Um, I don't know what it would be titled because, like I said, you know, my life is not that exciting to be a movie. I mean, I'm not that exciting of a person. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm being honest. So I don't know. But that's all those tech questions, and yeah, they were really, yeah. Okay. So, guys, that's it for me for this week, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed and you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell. And I will see you all next time, and you guys have a great week.